Here's the finished recipe book application. And yes, we haven't finished it yet, but this is kind of a sneak peek, right? So that's the finished application. This is a more complex application with a lot of routing, different components, and so on. And sometimes it would be interesting to see the state of certain components or see the connections between different components. Angular 2 offers you a very useful debugging tool, Augury. You can get it at augury.angular.io. Click the install button. It's a Chrome extension, so if you click here, you'll be taken to the Chrome extension store here, and you can add it to your Chrome browser. And I already did this. You can see it here with this moon icon in the top right corner. Though you're not using it through this icon here. Instead, I'll use my developer tools again. And here I can then go to Augury. Now, Augury is a really cool tool. As you can see, it gives me an overview over all my components and their children and so on in this component tree view here. And I can not only see how my components are nested and so on, I can also click on a component and then I can inspect its properties, its directives, so which directives does this component use. I can have a look at the change detection which is set up for it. I can have a look at the state of that component, at the children this component has, and so on. So really cool feature here, and which allows you to go really in depth into your component. For example, here the state of my recipe list component, which is this list of recipes, which gives me a detailed overview over all my items. It not only gives me an overview, I can go in there and change them too. So now I change the text here from my debugging tool. And that is very useful. But it not only got this properties tab here on my components, I can also have a look at the injector graph to see which services are used, how everything is injected, and to see all the connections between my different pieces here. So Augury can be really useful if you want to analyze your running application and want to kind of dive into the different connections again and remember how everything is connected and see it all, well, see this code side here on the right whilst running your application here on the left. So with the Chrome debugger and source maps and Augury, you get two powerful debugging tools which allow you to see the state of your application and change it and, well, find errors, find connections, and find where your application goes wrong.